moments in this sport when everything just clicks.
Comes down to one shot.
Moments when promise becomes the finished product.
A strike wins it.
As fans, we just hope we're there to see it.
Dropping strikes here. I'm coming for you Sunday, boys.
See an introduction to history.
Sean Rash is going to win his first major.
Big win for the 25-year-old.
See a teenager become a phenom.
19-year-old Anthony Simonsen, Masters champion.
See greatness become the greatest.
That's the Belmo we know.
Yes!
Belmo raising the hardware.
Today is about clicking at the exact right time.
Simonsen does it again.
Witnessing the next chapter in a storied tournament.
Kyle Sherman does it.
It feels good to be back. They can't stop us.
The USBC Masters starts now on Fox.
From historic Thunderbowl in Allen Park, Michigan, just outside Detroit. We are ready, bowling fans. We are ready to crown the 72nd USBC Masters champion. 4 bowlers are left. When the dust settles, only one will be a major titleist today. This is Stepladder bowling with a brand new twist. In our first match, Kyle Sherman continues to bid for his first career major against 17-time titleist Sean Rash. The winner takes on Michael Martell, making his PBA TV debut. The top seed winning at the top of the stepladder, defending champion, superstar Anthony Simonsen, who is the top seed for the first time ever, must lose twice for him and him only. It's double elimination. Here are the latest odds according to our friends at Fox Bet. Anthony Simonsen, an overwhelming favorite at minus 556 to win it all. And with that, we welcome you to the booth here in Allen Park, outside Detroit. Great to have with us, bowling fans. Dave right alongside the Hall of Famer, Randy Peterson. They're calling for you, Randy, already. They love you here. The crowd loves RP, and we love the great bowling ahead. Historic building opened in 1962. History today, Simonsen, the defending champion, is in a double elimination situation.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the theme of this tournament. The USBC Masters has always been a double elimination format with a little twist today. The champion, or excuse me, the tournament leader, Anthony Simonsen, has to be beaten not once, but twice. Pretty tall order when you're one of the greatest players on the planet. Simonsen made the telecast at the U.S. Open, the Tournament of Champions, and now the USBC Masters. And again, he is your defending champ. He's been inside the top 10 in every event he's bowled this season. And his last match in this tournament, he shot .845, throwing 34 out of 36 strikes, 21 in a row, and a 300 finale. You know, I saw the odds. Overall favorite is Simonsen, but as we all know, stranger things have happened at the USBC Masters.
Sean Rash has 2 career majors, 17 titles in his amazing career. He's bound for the Hall of Fame. He wants another major here today.
Yeah, you know, Sean's been battling through injuries for a number of years now, but watching him this week, he looks like the Rash of old, and I can tell by the height of his backswing. Here he is winning his last major in 2012. Can you believe it? It's been over 10 years since he's won a major. Sean Rash looking for that to change here today.
And looking forward to this first matchup. Sherman head-to-head with Sean Rash. Let's check out the odds according to Fox Bet for match 1 and see who the favorite is going to be. It's Sean Rash at minus 167. There's Kyle Sherman at plus 135. Those 2 bowlers ready now. Lane level with our Kimberly Pressler.
Well, you guys just mentioned Sean's injury, and we're going to get an update on that in a few. But Kyle, because you had hip surgery, you were actually taken out for 6 months, and then you missed the first 3 tournaments of the season. So give us an update on that hip.
Yeah, we're doing good now. It took me a little while to get my body ready and in my mind, but yeah, feeling good, probably about 90% or so.
Well, that's good to hear. And before the show, we actually talked, and you said the highest you placed before the Masters was in the 50s. So what has changed for you? Because you find yourself in a major championship telecast for the first time in your career.
Yeah, like I said, once I could get my body to where I felt like I could throw a good shot, it was just getting my mind right and gaining that confidence again that, you know, you can go out and beat all these guys. So once I got that and a little bit of luck, now we're here.
And how is that confidence level?
It's pretty high right now. So there were a lot of good shots yesterday, had a lot of luck, but we're ready to try to win this thing.
All right, good luck to you. And Sean, You had told us previously that in January you were brought to absolute tears because you weren't sure if you were ever going to bowl again because of the back injury. Give us an update on that.
Yeah, we're just happy to be here. At my age and my stage of my career, it's a blessing to be here. I've got a great support system right there.
It's wonderful to see your entire family here, especially competing for the first time in the Masters since you won it in 2007. With the back injury, how do you focus and keep moving forward and do what you came to do today?
You just try to build off the adrenaline of the fans, you know, trying to put on a show, but also trying to just go through the process, try to eliminate the distractions, ignore all the haters and social media and everything else, and just throw the shot that I know how to throw. I've been here before. I've done it 1,000 times. Hopefully the body holds up. If it goes out, it goes out. But we're here to have a great day. Win or lose, we're having a great day.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Kimberly, thank you. Match 1 on the way. Kyle Sherman tries for her first career major today against Sean Rash, the future Hall of Famer. USBC Masters action is next on Fox. The PBA on Fox is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. Knock your initial mortgage rate down by up to 3% with rate reduced from Guaranteed Rate. Learn more at rate.com. Time to bowl. We started with 390 competitors. We're down to 4. Stepladder bowling here today in Allen Park. And the Rash family is looking cool. Like the sunglasses. First match, Sherman Rash head-to-head. 3-4 seeds. Michael Martell waits as a 2 seed to take on the winner. And then Anthony Simonsen. Double elimination is the top seed here today.
Kyle Sherman on Friday night disposed of Tom Smallwood with that hit right there. He shoots 279, so Smallwood's 209. His next match would prove to be much tighter. He went into a roll-off with Chris Vi. They both strike on their first shot. The second shot, Vi leaves the 10-pin. Sherman needs all 10. He gets all 10.
Incredible. 2019 in the roll-off. Sean Rash took on PB3 in his first match here Friday, Randy.
Yeah, and the legend was just doing what the legends do. Covers that washout, but Sean Rash took care of Parker Bone III, who struggled on the left side of the lane. Then it was on to meet this man, Dombrowski, who never missed the pocket, and 10 pins were not his friend, as you can see right there. Sean Rash needed just a mark. He gets 10. He advances to today, 256, 237.
The family celebrates. He said it. You heard it. I'm coming for you boys on Sunday. Well, here we are. It's Sunday, and it's time for bowling here on Fox. Dave, Randy, Kimberly, our entire crew. So excited to watch the third major of the 2023 PBA Tour season. Wife Sarah and their daughters, the Rash family, watches closely. Here we go. Underway, Stepladder finals. Rash starts. Whoa! Light hit. 1-2-4-10 washout for Rash. Not the start you wanted at all.
Yeah, and his follow-through looked different as he hits the 3-pin right in the face, leaving the 1-2-4-10. That, I mean, you rarely see Sean Rash's follow-through go to the left side of his head.
Got a chance.
Lots of cover. He said got a chance, but misses the 10-pin. It's an open frame to begin the match here for Rash. Tough start, but as we know very well, if you have it open, have it take place in the first frame. Here's the youngster Kyle Sherman. His first career major from outside St. Louis. His first shot of the day. First major championship round show for him. It's a great start. And he's got a strike to take advantage of the Rash Open.
Yeah, beauty from Kyle Sherman as we take a look from profile. Just a great game. And you want to talk about a guy that's battled through some injuries. I think Kimberly's got more on
what's going on with his hips, but that was a great shot. And you know what I noticed about Kyle on Friday night? I think the last time I saw him look this confident was his last win in 2022 when he won the Cheetah Championship. Kyle using gem on both lanes.
Saw the arsenal, and you see the ball reaction. Looks good. Tattoos the 1-3 pocket. Surgery on both hips over the last few years. And he told us pre-show today he's as close to 100% as he's been. So he's had injury issues, so is this guy. Arsenal for Rash.
Rash using DNA on the right lane and a reality check on the left.
Hoping to bounce back from the open. Stubborn 8-pin.
Take a look at that ball speed, top right of your corner, almost 20 miles an hour. Kyle Sherman much softer with his speed, about 2 miles an hour slower. And that's the difference in the down lane reaction.
Digging himself a big hole early in the match. All right, RPs, take a look at today's oil pattern. The USBC Masters 46 foot.
46 feet in length, and it's very slick, about 28 milliliters of oil across the 39 boards, but you can see where the righties and lefties are going to play this. Now, remember on Friday night, folks, if you tuned in, there's this one danger zone, and it's these gray boards to the extreme outside part of the lane. They're extremely dry. The players can't even use it. Too much friction. How many times do we ever say that on a telecast?
Tough conditions. Challenging format. It should be to win a major. There's the 8-pin. There's a strike for Rash. His first of the match.
Rash is playing all hold right now, and he's just trying to pipe it right at the 1-3 where Kyle Sherman's trying to shape it a little bit more.
$70-pin win over Smallwood, as we talked about, then the Chris 5 roll-off. He said to us pre-show, winning a roll-off like that on TV, such a confidence builder. See if it pays off. Look out!
Oh,
no. Avoids the dreaded 7-10 split, which has only been made 4 times ever on PBA Tour history on TV. Just the 10-pin.
Crazy. You know how many 10 pins were left this week, not counting that one?
How many?
Over 5,500. Oh. Remember, the field size, 390 players.
Ten-pin has the mark. There were a few 7-10 splits made. So 390 bowlers to begin this. 15 games of qualifying, cut to 63 plus. Simo as the defending champ for 64 3-game total pinfall matches. And Anthony Simonsen rolled through the competition undefeated.
Yeah, and if you lose early in this format, you end up in the challengers bracket, and you can spend an eternity there.
Tough to get out of it.
You're going to bowl forever.
Fourth for Sherman, works on a spare. Trying to stay clean here, up by 20. Good ball reaction.
You can see that, you're exactly right. That ball reaction there, because his hand is so much up the back and he's trying to really roll it. That ball actually started to make its move and then kind of stopped right at the 1-3. Watch this ball reaction. You know, we talked about it at dinner the other night after Kyle got that massive break to go to a roll-off with 5 when he had a commanding lead. And then he ends up winning in the roll-off to advance to today. It's a good sign.
Rash trying to get back in the match here. It's how you do it. Strikes in the 4th, cuts it to 10. And now despite the early open, 5th frame here with the turkey can tie it.
Yeah, and remember we talked about it, the issues with his body physically, but when you see Sean Rash's backswing that high, you know he's feeling pretty good.
It's the first thing you pointed out Friday, RP, on FS1 in our contenders bracket in this event. First time we had that on the air. It was fantastic to watch the 6 bowlers get down to 2 to join the top 2 seeds. Match results, there you have it. Bone the third easily. And Patrick Dombrowski was Mr. 10-pin on Friday. And 4 of them in that match.
Look at that.
Yeah, stick advantage, 7-pin there.
Well, that was pretty far left for Sean Rash as you take a look at the numbers and then look at your blue and red line, but not a very good break.
All right, back on it. Thanks for.
Saw a couple bucks the other day.
White screen.
There's a big video screen down lane.
It was coming.
It bothered him a few times on Friday.
Eager to take a shot.
There is a 25-second shot clock. Regroups, that's the right thing to do, Randy, right? Just refocus and get the single pin spare conversion.
Yes, sir.
A chance to tie the match. Now it's 11 pins here. Sherman can expand the lead. Going for a 4 strike and 4 frames to 21 pins. Max scores. Kyle's in the driver's seat. Numbers this week here in Allen Park.
Changing balls on this right lane.
Let's see if it pays off. Sure does. Trip 10 pin.
Yeah, well, he knows what he's doing. And you can see the ball speed right here, 18 miles an hour, 2 miles an hour slower than Sean Rash. And it may not sound like a lot, but if you do the math in 60 feet, man, I'm not good at math, but it's like 50 miles an hour slower.
You're very good at math. I know you from 20 years of working with you. I like the Friends strike song as well. Big fan of Friends myself. Turkey here makes it 31.
There's his road in match play.
Roll off with 5 was a thriller here Friday night.
See how many matches were really close for Kyle.
Got it. Lead balloons to 31 pins.
There's nothing more dangerous than a player that has a good ball reaction, that's peering every shot, and has a lot of confidence. That's Kyle Sherman.
Defines it right now, Randy. Underway at Allen Park, RP.
Kyle Sherman, man, is he paying it forward? A lot of close victories, and right now he's got a 31-pin lead.
Let's flash back. October 28, 2007, young Sean Rash, Miller Park in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 2 lanes set up in the outfield for the event. 25-year-old Sean Rash defeats Steve Jarris, 269, 245 for his first career major. That gave Sean Rash 4 titles in his first 4 TV appearances. He was pumped. What a moment at Miller Park in Milwaukee. Here he is now in 2023, and Randy's in a big hole, down 31 pins.
Yeah, and when you're in this kind of situation as a player, there's really only one thing going through your mind, and that's I have to strike every shot from here on out to have any chance.
It starts here in his 6th frame. Okay.
You know, I know it's a strike, but I don't think Sean is real satisfied with that ball reaction. I mean, this is not something that I would rely on. Whereas you watch Kyle Sherman's ball reaction, it looks great, right? So, you know, these light mixers, and then when he does go flush, he leaves that solid 7. It's just not something that I would be comfortable with.
Former player of the year on tour. He has battled Back injury. Hamstring injuries. Hasn't been 100% for a long time.
Oh, it's got to hook a lot.
Wants it to hook, it does. He's showing up here. Family is here. We watched him grow up over the years, basically.
Come on, never out of this. You know that.
Oh, Kyle.
Sherman wants this one, didn't like it, but hey, sometimes, even though it comes out of your hand, you don't think it's gonna strike.
Yes, sir.
You got them all down anyway. Let's go to Kimberly.
Well, guys, following up on Kyle's road to recovery, he told me another important aspect to remain healthy in the future and for the recovery is he now works out daily. He starts with 40 minutes of stretching and then follows it by a gym workout. He also changed up his diet, eating better, reducing sugar, and sticking with heavy proteins like ground beef and eggs. He told me that this is his main meal, eating it for breakfast, lunch, and even in between blocks.
I don't know about you, Dave, but Kimberly, that sounds delicious to me.
Someone's hungry here. Randy.
Maybe.
Looking for a five-bagger, yeah.
Hey, Dave, you know what? This isn't a Sherwin-Williams commercial. This isn't a show about Sherman and Peabody. This is the Kyle Sherman Strike Fest.
I love it. He's got the nickel. He's got himself a big lead against Sean Rash here today. And can you see the subscribers and the likes and the views in the video just jumping here on YouTube?
Oh,
Brad and Kyle.
Kyle
show.
and Brad do a great job with that.
It's awesome. Gotta check it out on YouTube. Every day they post. Rash wants to show up here. Hey! Okay. The messenger across the deck for the 10-pin.
Yeah, a little assault on the 10 right there for Sean Rash to give him just a small glimpse of hope. Check out this pin action. Coming for you, 10-pin.
Turkey for Rash here. The strike here makes it a 21-pin match. Max scores are so important. It's been a while. Last title, 2021. Knocked off Tampa Tom. Used up both re-racks.
Oh, gosh.
Didn't like it. That's why. 4-9 split.
Knew it off my hand.
And you can see the left right there, blue line, red line.
Well, it was a fun week.
And paid for it. And to cover the 4-9, you got to cut that 4-pin into the 9-pin. And both of them happening on that left lane. He mentioned the solid 7 and now the 4-9. And Sean Rash's tournament has come to an end, but all in all, a great week.
Bowled so well here Friday on TV again. We have a Pabst 6-pack alert. Kyle Sherman strikes here. He'll win $1,000, sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Please remember to drink responsibly. Looking for the $1,000. 4-pin. Perfect this week. 4-pin conversions. For a bowler at this level, it's like a slam dunk.
Yeah, he can do it with his eyes closed. 17 of 17. Those numbers and all of our great stats brought to us by our friends at Lane Talk. For more info, go to lanetalk.com.
No problem there. Single pin spare conversion as he marches toward victory. Lane Talk is amazing. Tremendous numbers.
It really is. If you don't have that app on your phone and you're a bowler, you're missing out.
Download it right now.
Do it.
All right, so Sherman's going to advance here. Michael Martell, the lefty from Brooklyn, now lives on Long Island, is next. He has never been on TV. Only 25 years old. Face the red-hot Kyle Sherman, who's been trucking over the competition of late. Shots like that.
Yeah, he's rolling it so nice. And, you know, that ball change came on that right lane in the 5th frame after he almost left the pocket 7-10. And you do that only when you have extreme confidence in what you're doing, and that's what Kyle Sherman has. And what a road it's been for him just to get here. I mean, you really gotta give it to Kyle Sherman, going through not 1 but 2 hip surgeries. To get back to this point is pretty amazing. You know, I spoke with him prior to going on the air, and I said, Kyle, I said, you know, the thing that really, you know, I'm coming off of 4 knee surgeries now, and so I kind of get it, but I said, you're so young. He goes, yeah, you know, the doctor said that it's not all that uncommon. And I said, all right, but what about long term? What's down the road? And he goes, I don't know, a couple of new hips.
Oh, jeez. That's all? 1 surgery in 2018, 1 in October of last year. Trip 10 pin there. He's looking smooth, looking good. KO's the 17-time champ.
What?
2 titles in his career, no majors. Maybe that changes today. The lefty on the show, Michael Martell, is next. Deep breaths. Deep breaths, young man.
Well, and here's another thing that really stands out when we're watching Kyle. He's been in the 50s, like the tournaments that he's bowled this season, right? He's still rehabbing, still recovering. And it's a 4 to 6 month recovery after each one of those torn labrum surgeries to get him back on the lanes, right? But to come into this event and to have the confidence that he has, having 0 success this season, is quite amazing to me. And I think he got a lot of that through winning those matches and those close matches.
Agreed.
En route to getting here today.
100%. Martell is next. Simonsen must be beaten twice today. First ever double elimination USBC Masters Championship show. Michael Martell from Brooklyn, New York, the lefty, against Sherman. Next on Fox. All right, ready? Let's recap the majors so far this year. U.S. Open presented by Go Bowling. It was E.J. Tackett's turn. Finally, as the #1 seed, breaks the long streak without a title. Van Belmo at the TOC at Riviera Lanes outside Akron for his 15th record-setting major. The first 2 majors of the year, USBC Masters, the tournament today, the World Championship in suburban Milwaukee, April 23rd, and then the Players' Championship in May. Tremendous season so far, Randy, no doubt about it. To enjoy this great PBA season for our fans, and the next chapter unfolds here.
You know, could you imagine if Simonsen wins today and then Kyle Troop wins the World Championship? I mean, it's for the best players on the planet, and they would go at it at the Super Slam. That would be pretty awesome to watch.
Simonsen is the top seed. He awaits as the #1 in this event. Kyle Sherman looked fantastic through the first match, beating Sean Rash. A lot of other great finishers. We're going to talk about those here in suburban Detroit as well. We've seen at this event, we talked about the fact, Randy, we started with 390 bowlers. Chris 5, 5th place, got to that roll-off we saw on Friday night. If it weren't for the 10-pin, Patrick Dombrowski might have advanced to today's show.
Yep. Smallwood's there. Kevin Williams. There's Belmonte, who got knocked out of this event by Parker Bone III. What a great match they had. There's TD, Tom Doherty, Rob Stone's favorite bowler on tour. How about Brandon Bone?
Amazing.
Parker's son. There's A.J. Johnson and our good buddy from Kegel, John Janowitz. And Big Tom Hess, he's a former winner of the USBC Masters.
Well, there's no doubt USBC Masters, Randy, a very unique event on this tour for a number of reasons, but for many of the competitors, some of those reasons vary. It's a subject of our pressing questions with our very own Kimberly Pressler, presented today by Go Bowling.
Kyle, what is it you like about the Masters?
I think just seeing all the people. I mean, this tournament is a lot of amateur players, probably more amateur than pros. And it's a lot of guys that we either grew up with or didn't really choose the PBA life, but they're still amazing bowlers. Watching some of those guys come out here and crush it, it's fun.
You know, some of those guys are fantastic bowlers that just have normal jobs, and you kind of look at the leaderboard like, you know, who's this guy? And then you watch him bowl, you're like, oh, all right.
It doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter who you are. You come out here, you get matched up against the best in the world. You know, you can walk away victorious against Belmo. You can walk away victorious against me.
It's a different tournament, so it's hard to come in it with the same mindset, but with all the amateurs and with everybody, close to 400 people bowling this year, it's really like a March Madness kind of survive in advance.
You get to see all the faces of bowling. When it's the youth bowlers, the collegiate bowlers, a lot of the best amateurs in the world. A lot of people probably talk about the format because it's so different in the bracket. But that's the obvious answer. I like to see what the future looks like for bowling.
What has this experience been like for you?
It's just awesome. I mean, it's great to see so many bowlers come out to this tournament and to try their luck with everybody, me included. And I love to see all the different people from all over the country.
You know, I had Jacob Buttriff a few lanes down. I saw Tommy Jones bowl, Bill O'Neill, a bunch of the people I loved watching as a child. So it's a tournament unlike any other.
I'll tell you, one of the biggest changes, biggest differences I've noticed is the facial hair. They have great facial hair. I can't grow any facial hair. I'm jealous. Wait,
you should. I've got
even
a little one going.
Even you have facial hair.
Nothing compared to Belmo. He's by far the best.
I don't know. There's a lot of really good facial fescue going on.
A lot of great bowling to come here as well from outside Detroit. We can't wait for match number 2. Sherman against Martell. He's got a good beer going too.
They all do.
The lefty from Brooklyn. So does Kyle. More bowling on the way here on Fox. Kyle Sherman and Michael Martell. Match 2, 2023 USBC Masters here from Allen Park, getting ready. Martell TV debut. Sherman has never won a major, but now he's won a match on a major show for the first time in his career. As Kyle Sherman is ready to go. Let's go back to Kimberly.
Thanks, Dave. Michael, you told us in the pre-show that a year ago, you seriously thought about not coming back and going pro again, but now you find yourself here. How happy are you that you decided to not throw in the towel?
There's no words for it, honestly. There were a lot of trials and tribulations that went into that consideration of not bowling anymore. I am so beyond happy that I chose to stick it out.
And who inspired you to keep going?
Family, friends, Jim Callahan, Parker Bone, you can name them, dozens of people that reached out to me to tell me to keep doing this, and here we are.
Well, I know you have a lot of people here today and back home watching you, so good luck to you.
Thank you.
Kimberly, thank you. Hey, big Mets, Rangers, Knicks fan. It's the win presented by Fox Bet.
Spoke with Michael before the broadcast, and just a really nice, likable young man.
We'll see how he fares against this guy who took out Sean Rash with ease in our first match. Sherman's second match underway. Bring it 10-pin.
Oh, that's different. I mean, considering he threw 10 out of 12 strikes in game 1. Kyle averaging 243 for his 3 games going back to Friday and today. $10 out of 12, 258 game 1. Changes balls to a urethane ball, something that doesn't hook. He's going to throw it nice and straight at the 10-pin.
Got that, no worries. Two-time member of Team USA. Senior Team USA in 2015 as well. Great college career for him at Lindenwood University. He was an All-American. Michael was an All-American at Robert Morris, an accounting major. And to Kimberly's point in the interview a moment ago, he thought about just becoming an accountant full-time, giving up bowling altogether last year. Glad he stuck with it. Here we go.
Oh!
A pin. Good shot.
Oh.
Chop.
How rude. First shot on national television for Michael Martell, and he does that.
What kind of nerves is he experiencing right now, Randy?
Yeah, well, he's trying to keep the insides from coming outside.
Want to get that spare. That'll help with the nerves. Got the 8-pin, okay. A lot of people back home on Long Island where he now lives. Born in Brooklyn. West Babylon, New York. On the island, they're watching it. AMF Babylon Lanes.
Yeah, they sure are. They're rooting this man on right here, and I guarantee you they were having some Pabst.
PB Army.
Absolutely.
I would imagine getting that spare out of the way is going to make you feel pretty good as we check his arsenal.
Yeah, he's going with the TNT. He's got a nice game. Watch his lead arm out in front.
Oof. Had to hurry, didn't get into the 1-2 pocket. Instead, it's a washout.
Let's see, that's the 1, 3, 4, 6, 7. And so a couple of ways you can make this, but typically you try to cut the head pin into the 4-7. You can also go in between the head pin and the 4-pin.
Lot to cover here. Can't do it. Open frame. Losing count as well. So that hurts, but it is early.
Tall order. But we've seen a lot of players win the USBC Masters for their first and only title.
To the championship. Krishna's Kona in a title match, a win for Sherman. He's also runner-up in this building at the World Series of Bowling in 2019, the Cheetah Championship, to Dick Allen. Try to take advantage of the open. Comes in high. Yummy 3-6 stand for him.
He'll make an adjustment off that shot. You saw he took a long look at it and didn't expect the ball to go high, so he's going to make a move. But, you know, we talked about the hip surgeries that Kyle's had, and then to be able to get into this type of position with those hips, it takes a lot of athleticism and then obviously a lot of rehab.
Trying to keep up that high percentage of the 3-6. Got it. Good cover. And a good mark for Kyle Sherman. He's on a spare into his third frame with a 16-pin lead.
Kyle using the same ball in both lanes now, the infinite physics.
If you haven't watched it, check it out. Brad and Kyle Show, YouTube.
Oh, going back to the gem on the left lane. A lot of strategy going on right now for Kyle Sherman and the championship pair.
Let's see if that pays off. Comes in high, avoids a dangerous split, 4-7 stand here for Kyle.
2 shots in a row that went high and no splits. That's the good news. Bad news is Kyle's lost the pocket for the first time today. That game against Rash, that would have been flush in the 1-3 pocket. Now the lanes have transitioned, they're drying up, and he has to make adjustments on both lanes.
Only had 9 spare third and 9th frames of the Rash match. So the lanes are changing?
Yes.
Things are transitioning?
Yes.
Adjustments are required from our great bowlers here. 4-7. Got it.
You know, I asked Simonsen, our tournament leader, I said, why so much success at this tournament? He said, when I get into match play, it's 3 games on 1 pair of lanes, and I'm able to stay in my lane. I follow the transition according to what my ball does, and I believe in it, and I make the adjustments based off of that. That's exactly what Kyle Sherman has to do now.
Best finish for Michael so far, 18th U.S. Open. Our lone lefty. Trying to bounce back. Does so. That's a good shot.
Yeah, really good.
Here's it in the 1-2 pocket. First strike of the match for Martell. In just 2 weeks, real football for real fans is back. The 2023 USFL season opening kickoff weekend starts the new season on April 15th and 16th on Fox, NBC, and FS1.
Do you have a favorite team?
Birmingham.
I go Tampa Bay.
Okay. I love it. You know me, I love football anytime. I watch football anytime.
I just said that because a friend of mine likes Tampa Bay. You might have heard of him.
Tom Doherty?
No, his name's Rob Stone. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but you know, he's formerly from Tampa Bay.
I did know that.
Yeah.
I did know that.
Beautiful shot there by Michael Martell to get back in this. And now it's just a 4-pin deficit for the first-timer under the bright lights. One of the biggest stages on the PBA Tour.
We saw Parker Bone the 30 on Friday lose to Sean Rash, but Parker and his great bowling family from New Jersey, very close with Michael and his family. Michael grew up with Brandon, Justin, Sydney. Ball change. Again for Sherman. Trying to find that look again from game 1. Had to really hurry. Transitions, takes a left turn and goes high and leaves the 310 baby split.
So he goes with a stronger ball on the right lane, moves in a little bit, is still not enough, and goes through the nose. This time he does split. However, it's the baby split, the 310.
Kyle's family is here as well. We talked to his dad pre-match, who was nervous would be an understatement.
Heck, we spoke to his mother yesterday about Kyle's hips.
That's right, on the way.
We had her on speaker.
Breaking it down for us. Got to be a lot of pressure for the families, of course. Look out! 10-pin stands, open frame, new match here.
And some new life for Martell, who takes the lead for the first time. And he's working on a double.
Of 9 pins, the beer frame sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Ask for the original and please drink responsibly.
Dave, you know what happens if you don't strike in a beer frame?
What happens?
Let's say like you're bowling league, five-man team, 5-person team, and you're the anchor and everybody has struck. That's a beer frame and you're the last player to throw. Now, if you don't strike, you have to buy for the rest of the team.
Okay.
If you do strike,
you're good.
It's a wash.
See how Kyle responds here. Oh, almost had the 7-10 and the messenger into the pit instead of getting to the 10-pin.
Again, another ball change on that lane. He went to the other ball he was using on the right lane. He's juggling bowling balls like...
Is it too much, Randy?
No, he's trying to find something consistent. So he goes to a little weaker ball and moves in a little bit because the strong one went high. So he says, all right, well, I'll go to the weaker one, play it the same. Ball didn't drive hard enough to get the 10 out.
37 for 37 with this spare conversion. Cross lane for the 10-pin. 38 for 38. Got that. Avoids further trouble, but it's still behind against the first-timer on TV, R2 seed. Michael Martell, born in Brooklyn, now lives on Long Island. 2-time member of Team USA. His match results. Lost to Simon.
Yeah, his only loss.
course, it's kind of hard to beat 8:45 for 3 games.
Looking to stay hot.
Oh. A little unlucky there to leave both the 3 and the 10. At least there's no 7-pin with it, but to maintain his small lead, he'll have to convert the 3-10. Remember, Sherman missed it in the 4th break.
After that match with Simo to determine the #1 seed, Anthony sat him down and for an hour gave him a breakdown of how to act on TV, what to do on TV, good tips from Anthony Simonsen. I thought that was incredible.
Well, pretty classy on Simonsen's part.
No doubt. Looking for that. Does convert. Spare the game.
What's that?
Sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. Lower your initial mortgage rate by 3% with rate reduced from Guaranteed Rate. Bringing your mortgage rate down hard. Big shot.
Yeah, really nice cover there by Michael. He's gotten comfortable now. We're halfway through this match.
Six frame works on a spare. Got it. 60 feet to success. Tattoos the 1-2 pocket. Anthony Simonsen gave him the advice. Stay in the moment, Randy, and it's working so far for the youngster. Super southpaw in suburban Detroit today. That looks good. Martell has a lead. Martell leads Sherman by 7 pins. Match 2, Stepladder bowling. After Martell, the 2 seed, Anthony Simonsen, our top seed, but it's double elimination for Simo today. Brand new format at the 2023 USBC Masters. Great to have you with us back on Fox. Dave, Randy, Kimberly, our entire crew. 3rd major of 2023.
Sherman looking for his first strike this game. Can you believe that? 10 of 12, the last match against Rash.
6 frame works on a spare, needs it. Gotta really hurry.
Oh my goodness.
Have the ball reaction at all.
Gotta stay slow there, dude. Gotta stay slow there, man.
2, 4, 8, 10.
The lanes are so slick as the players migrate in. They find so much goop that, look, all the ball does is hydroplane. This is makeable. 2, 4, 8, 10.
Gets 3, leaves a 10-pin, another open frame. And the lead widens here for the rookie. Up now by 22 pins. And he's working on a strike into his 7th. Wow. That is a free fall, Randy. Match 2 with strikes. Amazing.
Yeah, and I think for the viewers at home, what they need to understand is how much the lanes can actually transition from one game to the next. And we're seeing it right now with Kyle Sherman.
That's better. There is time. It's only 22 pins at the moment, but not much time for Sherman.
Sherman, Michael Martell leads by 22, 7th frame.
Check out the worn area here on both lanes. And that's what Kyle Sherman is running into.
Martell.
Wow. Man.
Great shot, 7-pin stands.
Really good. He was working on a strike, could have increased his lead. It's a big break for Kyle Sherman, not so much for Michael Martell. Check out his right arm, how he keeps it extended and in front of him. And what that does is it keeps his shoulders open before delivery.
Seven pin got that, but had a chance to really expand on the lead and put Kyle Sherman away. Three-time All-American Robert Morris of Illinois, great collegiate career.
Absolutely, and there's Mom. Hi, Mom. Nicole. We talked about the 9 lives of Kyle Sherman, right? I mean, Chris Barnes could have put him away. He needed to spare the 3-6-10. Actually needed to get 2, I believe, for a tie, and Chris just got 1. Kyle Sherman wins the match by 1.
See it. See
Big
it.
shot. 7 pin again.
Good shot, Michael.
Yes, it was, and thanks for nothing.
So back-to-back 7-pin, single-pin conversions here for Martell. But Sherman is right back in the match. Working on a strike to his 8th frame. Got that, no problem. Runs the 39 boards pro shop. West Babylon, Long Island, they're all watching here. Hoping on the island he can come through. Nine lives of Kyle Sherman, I like that. This can cut it to 11. Shot on the match for Sherman, really needs it. Got it! Oh, we got a good finish brewing here in Allen Park. Registration for the inaugural 2023 PBA LBC National Championships now open to all bowlers of all skill levels from all centers. This summer in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, you can compete in singles as well as optional doubles and team events. Even combine your scores with the pros. Enter today at PBA.com.
Well, it was a great adjustment that Kyle made on that right lane where he actually went more direct with a little more ball speed. See if it works on this other lane. Speed was too soft playing the line he was trying to play, and that's why he kept going high.
Foundation frame looks for the turkey. To cut it to 1. Where's the help on the 7-pin?
Oh, come on, you filthy animal. Trying to get back in the match, and you make a pretty good shot after being lost for half of the game. I mean, his first strike came in the 7th frame. Makes a pretty good pitch right here, and then leaves that stubborn 7-pin. Stupid 7-pin.
You know, I love your movie references. Good Home Alone reference. We've had 3 or 4 at the USBC Masters this year.
What makes you think I didn't just make that up? I mean, come on, Dave. Some credit. Ooh, okay.
Enough to get the 7.
That was a good shot. Kyle's got a pretty good idea of what he needs to do now if given a chance in the 10th frame, but Michael Martell cannot be shut out no matter what.
It's going to make you perform.
You can see the max scores right there, 209, 187.
Michael told us pre-show ball speed was going to be very important for him. He's worked on a lot of aspects of his game. In the last few months, end of last season, he was about to quit the tour entirely, become a full-time accountant. His major at Robert Morris of Illinois. Many people, including Parker Bone III, his very close friend, talked him into returning to the tour this year. It sure has paid off. His night frame. Yeah!
He's making some really good quality shots right here. Striking a 6, followed by back-to-back solid 7s, ringing 7s, and then he strikes in the 9th. And he's set up right now to win. He needs 19 fill in the 10th frame to take on the defending champ of this event, Anthony Simonsen.
A 25-year-old from Brooklyn trying to get one step closer. There's 10 of them.
He's going to bowl for the Masters title, but he's going to have to beat Simonsen twice. Tall order for any player, let alone a first-timer on the big stage.
Is he up for the challenge to take on Simon? This young man at 25 years old.
Is he up for the challenge?
Yeah. Is he ready for this moment?
Yeah, I mean, that's why he's here. I mean, he's put himself in position. So, yes, he's up for the challenge.
Can't wait to watch it unfold. Just need 19 pins to fill in the 10th to wrap it up. Take care of Kyle Sherman and advance to the championship match. But he's got to beat Simo twice. That's it. Michael Martell, first ever TV appearance, is going to beat Kyle Sherman here in match 2 and advance to the championship match or matches. If Simo wins the first one, it's over. Martell has got to meet our defending champion twice.
Well, let me ask you a question, Dave.
Sure.
You've done plenty of bowling broadcasts. Are you impressed with Michael Martell?
Absolutely. I was impressed in talking to him before the match today, because this is someone who came so close to leaving the sport. Tremendous experience, Team USA, collegiate.
Wait a minute, tremendous experience, but not under these circumstances.
But he seems so at ease and accepting of the fact that this is my time. Not overwhelmed by the bright lights.
Not yet, but he hasn't bowled for the title yet.
He's one step closer. Mom is pretty happy with a high five. He's going to knock out Kyle Sherman, whose quest for a first career major will continue. This is Buddy Brad Miller back there. They'll have plenty of content for the Brad and Kyle channel, YouTube.
Now, it's a great week for Kyle Sherman, and it's great to see him back in his best form. And I know it's been a long road to get back here, but Kyle Sherman is back. And don't say anything bad about Michael Martell, because if you do, you'll never be able to show your face again in Brooklyn.
All the advice from Parker Bone III and Anthony Simonsen.
Thank you, guys.
Clearly paid off for Martell.
Take it home, brother.
Great.
Go well, man. Go well, dude.
Thank you. Good job, Kyle.
How you guys?
Great bowling for Kyle Sherman. That guy awaits. The explosive, the talented, the future Hall of Famer, Anthony Simonsen. Sherman all over Rash. Martell dispatches of Kyle in match 2. And now it's Simonsen Martell for the championship with a twist. Double elimination. Martell's got to beat that guy twice. One win for Simonsen. He's the 2023 USBC Masters champion. The PBA on Fox is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. Knock your initial mortgage rate down by up to 3% with rate reduced from Guaranteed Rate. Learn more at rate.com. And by Go Bowling. For friends and family fun, log on to gobowling.com to find a center near you. Next coverage on Fox at FS1. Randy, on the PBA Tour, the Guaranteed Rate World Series of Bowling. USA versus the world, day one. Kind of like the Ryder Cup with point totals. We have singles to start on Fox, then doubles, day two on FS1. Cheetah, Scorpion, Shark Championships will be determined middle of the week, and then the PBA World Championship on Fox, noon Eastern, on April 23rd from Bolero, Wauwatosa in suburban Milwaukee. Let's flashback here, RP, to Simonsen and his first of what's become several USBC Masters. Valentine's Day 2016.
Yeah, he took down Canada's Dan McClellan, and he was just absolutely unbelievable that Masters Sunday for Simonsen.
So young, 19 years old, youngest to win one, youngest to win two, three, four major championships. He could do it again today.
Yeah, and then that would be the youngest to win five,
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
Okay. See, I told you I was good at math.
He has been incredible and dominant. Kimberly now in lane level, joined by Simon.
Thanks, Dave. So, Anthony, you and I have talked previously about the fact that you seem to be hyper aware of absolutely everything that goes on around you. Today, you're here in front of a sold-out crowd. You've got this big screen. So what do you need to do to quiet all the noise around you to focus on what you want to get accomplished today?
I've bowled in this arena before, so I'm comfortable here. The screen is a nice touch, but we're going to focus on making some good shots and see what happens.
This is the first time in your career that you are the defending champion. You have a chance to go back-to-back. What would it mean for you to win here today?
Last year's halfway irrelevant. We're at a new year, new event, so we're going to bowl a good game and try to get the job done today.
All right. Well, I know you have some more practice shots, so I'll let you get back to it. Good luck today.
Thanks.
Guys, thanks. Double elimination. So Martell's got to beat it twice. It's brand new. I can't wait to watch this unfold.
Yeah, and when the greatest player on the planet, Jason Belmonte, says that Anthony Simonsen will someday carry the torch, I mean, that's pretty high praise for that young man right there. Now, think about this. He's only 26, and he's going for his 5th major championship. You got to beat this guy twice? Tall order.
Good luck, Michael. Good luck. It won't be easy. Championship match is on the way from Allen Park, Michigan. It's the USBC Masters on Fox. Simonsen, Martell, next.
This isn't about being a phenom or the next great thing. This is about the right now.
Anthony Simonsen does it again.
About this major championship. The best at this moment. That's all that matters. The USBC Masters Final starts now on Fox.
They're playing for that trophy and a big check, $100,000 to the winner. Here today in Allen Park, we start our championship match, Simonsen Martell. It's double elimination for the top seed. So Martell's got to beat him twice to win it all. It will not be easy, a huge challenge. We check the odds brought to us by our friends at Fox Bet. Minus 155 for Simonsen, the favorite. Martell starts what he hopes is 1 of 2 games here. And it's a nice start as he crunches the 1-2 pocket.
I think a lot of folks are thinking, wow, Simonsen couldn't have asked for a better opponent, a guy that's a non-winner. He's never been in this situation. But he's left-handed. He's got momentum going. He's got his nerves intact for now. I'm not so sure that it's all that one-sided. But with that being said, you've got to beat one of the greatest players in the sport, not once but twice.
Arsenal for Simon. His day starts with a strike.
Dave, and he's using a bowling ball that kind of reminds me of you. It's called
How's that?
It's called an idol.
Okay.
Because you're my idol, Dave.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You could have gone several ways with that. I appreciate you saying.
This is the new Randy, the nicer Randy. If we were on FS1, it would have been way different. But we're on Big
that.
Fox, and I've got to be nice to you, partner. All right, different ball on the left lane for Simon, who's going with a gem. Also reminds me of you, Dave.
Oh, Randy. Shucks.
Oh, way in, too.
Look out. All right.
Oh, he's way in. Look at those numbers right there on your screen. Look at the ball speed. 17.5 is the slowest we've seen all day. Right in between second and third arrow. We've never seen a player that deep on today's telecast.
So different path to the pocket for Simo. Off the win over Sherman. Second frame, Martell. Okay. Looking good. Lefty looking good.
Yes, he is. Very impressed with young Martell.
Michael did bowl a 300 at the 2021 USBC Open Championships. Runner-up, USBC 2020 Team USA Trials. A lot of great accomplishments in the game. Just has not made TV until today. Six pins.
Yeah, just a pinch inside as you take a look at the numbers right there. Just a little under 1 inch to the right of target. And that's all it took. Now that could also be transition. The lanes are going to change on the left side just like we saw with Kyle Sherman the last match. Same is going to happen for Michael Martell. He has to stay ahead of the transition.
Near perfect 6-pin conversion this week. Right on the money. Does not use a spare ball. Uses the same ball for first and second shots.
All right, take another look at his arsenal. The gem was a late ad. He's using that on the left lane.
Simonsen. There's the 10-pin.
A late roller at the 10 that we didn't see, but watch, he might pick it up here. And here it comes, and just not enough gusto to take the 10 out.
Spare ball, no problem there. Single pin, spare conversion. Next down the 10-pin has his mark, but we stay even early stages of the championship match. Now Simonsen wins. He is the 2023 USBC Masters champion. If he loses, one more game on the way as you check out his road to Championship Sunday.
That's a lot of striking right there for Anthony Simonsen.
He saved his best for last. Demolished Martell. 3-game total pinfall. Oh! Late tap on the 10-pin.
That was a leader. Well, any way that you can get that 6-pin to go to the sidewall and take out the 10, you'll take it, and so will Anthony.
Strikes, 4 frames, Simonsen. 4th frame here for Martell. Gonna be a runner-up at least. Nice shot. Oh yeah. Those pins had no chance against the lefty. All even.
Just another quality shot by Michael. A great balance at the foul line. Ball roll looks just awesome. You can see the rings of oil
on his bowling ball right there. That's what's called track flare. And I'll get into that maybe online somewhere because it'd take about an hour to explain track flare.
For the lead. You bet. 10-pin advantage for the lefty. Next week, the NASCAR Cup Series heads to the dirt track at Bristol for some bumper-to-bumper mudslinging action. Sponsored by Coyote Tractors. Easter Sunday, only on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
Did you say mudslinging action?
Yes, I did.
That's exactly what we have going on here right now. Okay, maybe not mud. Maybe it's more like a good old-fashioned rock fight, but Anthony Simonsen strike here, and it'll be tied up once again halfway through game one.
That's how you do it. Perfection to the 1-3 pocket.
Yeah. I mean, you got to keep the pressure on Michael Martell. He's never been in this situation before, and, I mean, you can't let him breathe.
It's a better shot right after the flat 10 and then the
It was a little soft.
On the 10 pin.
Yeah, it was a little soft on the 10 twice, but this one faces up and goes through the pocket perfectly.
Whew. On the money. All even. 6 frame to go back up by 10. Simo. Oh, yeah. Feeling it now. One in this building, 2021 PBA Tour Finals. After Chris Vi had thrown 300, didn't matter to Simonsen. Martell trying to take Anthony's advice into account here. Don't get ahead of yourself. Stay in each moment, each shot. Unique approach. 6 pin.
Didn't like it as soon as you let go of it. You could tell it was in. Just a little.
Been on TV before collegiately and junior gold, but never on the PBA Tour until today. 10-time Pennsylvania junior champion. Lots of trophies. Like that, the big one here and the big check too.
Interesting, he doesn't use a spare ball. He uses the same ball he throws strikes with to shoot at spares.
How common is that?
Not very.
Yeah, I don't think so. Robert Morris of the Chicagoland area. First team All-American. What a career he had there. 3-time All-American in all.
Digging those fingers in. Six-step approach.
Works on a spare, 7th frame, big shot. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. 2-4, 6-10 split.
There it is.
A disaster late in the match.
Got to get it over here and cut that 2-pin over into the 6-10.
Enormous conversion attempt here. And the 6-10 stands. It's an open frame. The hole deepens against the defending champ, who only needs 1 win in this match to take home the title. It's now a 27-pin spread.
Could go to 47 with the next 2 shots thrown by Simonsen. You know what Michael Martell felt like during his first couple of shots in his match against Kyle Sherman? That's what he's feeling now. And he hasn't felt that way since that opening match with Kyle, right? Got off to a nice start, and then he started striking. He wins that match. Starts this match with a double spare double.
Simon looking to take advantage. And a ringing 10-pin instead. Could have gone up by 37 pins.
Kidding me?
And the match changes again.
Just covered. There you go. It's truly complimentary when you talk to the players about Anthony Simonsen out on the PBA Tour, and they all say the same thing. Man, is he good.
It's unanimous. Am I right?
Absolutely. And if you think otherwise, well, you don't know the sport.
Getting closer to another major. One of 10 bowlers with multi-Masters titles in PBA Tour history.
It's been perfect on this lane.
Stays that way. Big strike.
Just another gem for Anthony Simonsen.
Could join the legendary Mike Albee, one of 2 three-time Masters winners. He won his in 89, 95, and 98. Belmo has 4 Masters titles to lead everyone in PBA Tour history. Part of his record-setting 15 majors.
Hall of Famer Mike Albee, one of the greatest ever. And you know what Michael Martell and Mike Albee have in common? They're both left-handed.
Couple southpaws. Must-do time here, 8th frame. Gotta have it. 6-pin instead.
Feels it slipping away now. And look at the max score, folks, right there. 222 if he marks, or excuse me, if he converts the 6-pin. Simonsen 258 max.
Six-pin has that mark, but he's running out of time here. Against the great Anthony Simonsen, trying for another major. He'll be the youngest to win 5 back-to-back winners. Billy Whaley, Hoover, and Belmo. Wow. Trying to add his name to the back-to-back winner list. Incredible.
And don't forget, he's only 26.
What a great week it's been for Martell to be the 2 seed, to make his first ever appearance. PBA Tour show, to be the runner-up. That's a lot to be proud of. But the moment is about this guy right here. Currently the youngest to win 5 majors, PDW, 30 years old, 2 months. Simonsen is 26. Ninth frame. There's another one.
All but over now. Simonsen could have 10 majors by the time he's 30. He's just that good.
As tournament director Rob Gottschall for a re-rack here. Savor the moment a bit.
And let's not forget Player of the Year race, right? I mean, E.J. Tackett, red hot start, 3 wins. Anthony Simonsen just threw his hat in the Player of the Year race. Needs 9 pins to shut out Martell.
One in Wichita. This is about to be win number 2. for the title. He's done it.
Let's go!
Anthony Simonsen wins the 2023 USBC Masters.
Come on!
A champion again. A major champion again. The satisfying moment of the match, sponsored by Snickers. Nothing satisfies like a Snickers. Simonsen, sensational at Allen Park today.
Great ball. Nice ball. Proud of him. Nice ball. They got something for me.
Let's go, baby. Come on.
Looking good, Simo, looking good. Woo! Youngest ever to win
Thank you.
5
They said you won't wear
majors.
them, I'll wear them for you.
We'll be back with the trophy
Finish
and
out,
check
bro.
presentation in a moment from Allen Park, Michigan. The man of the moment is that guy right there, the superstar, Anthony Simonsen. .243, 222. Anthony Simonsen has done it. He wins the USBC Masters here at Allen Park, Michigan for his 5th career major. Time now for the trophy and check presentation with Bo Durgan from the USBC board and Melissa McDaniel, president of the USBC. Kimberly.
Melissa, let's start with you with the trophy presentation, please.
All right, Anthony, on behalf of USBC, our board, our staff, and million members, congratulations on your back-to-back Masters victory. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And Anthony, and I know you really want this next part. Bo, please, with the check presentation.
Anthony, congratulations on back-to-back championships. Here's a small token of your appreciation for $100,000. Congratulations.
Anthony, you find yourself back in the winner's circle, back to back. I know you thought about this, but you accomplished it today. Describe this moment.
Incredible. You know, it's the first time I've got to defend a title to this deep into a tournament. So to bring it home, it's pretty special. Obviously couldn't do it without my sponsors, Rotogrip, Classic, Turner Janitorial Service, Vice, Bowler X, Cool Wick, and I think we got it all.
Got everybody in there. Now let's talk about the fact that you just keep building on your legacy here. You were the youngest to ever win a major, and now you've done that 5 different times. My goodness. No one has ever been this good, this young. How do you keep doing it?
You know, this year I'm paying it practicing for a couple weeks before the year. Put in a good couple weeks at my buddy Chris Hoonigan's house. And that's clearly paying off this year. It's been a heck of a ride and ready to get forward to the next event.
Well, practice always helps. But let's talk about the fact that you did it here. You have won before in this building, but what's it like in front of this sold-out crowd to be here winning it back-to-back?
You know, I got a lot of friends here that are basically family. Tom and Vicky do a wonderful job here. I love coming to T-Bowl just because of, you know, there's so much history in this place. Fortunate enough to win back-to-back in this building as well, once on the old surface, first one on the new surface. So this place I'll never forget.
And what are your ultimate goals as a professional bowler?
You know, I never really thought about that. It was kind of one of those things. I just tried to bowl to survive. So now that we've kind of gotten past that point, I probably should sit down and try to put some goals into perspective. But ultimately, it's just week in and week out, just trying to bowl the best that I can.
Congratulations on this win.
Thank you.
Simo does it again.
Let's go.
Enjoy the trophy and enjoy the $100,000, Randy. He repeats the feat. One of the hardest things to do in bowling, win the Masters back-to-back years.
Let's take a look at a recap. Match number 1, it was all Sherman against Sean Rash. Kyle Sherman strikes 10 out of 12 times for 258 to Rash's 199. And then Rash would take on the newcomer, Michael Martell, and he would struggle. Sherman, big-time troubles early on, didn't throw a strike until the 7th frame. Martell shook off the nerves early, shook off an open frame early, and finished strong to beat Kyle Sherman 208 to 187. And then it was time for Simonsen, and he did not disappoint. strike after strike. Adjustments, ball change. One on one lane, a different one on the left lane. Simonsen, your champion, shooting 243. There's the winning shot.
That's right, baby! Back to back, let's go! Let's go!
He is pumped.
Great ball. Nice ball. Proud of him. Nice one.
Martell bowled so
They
well.
got something for me. Let's go, baby.
And Randy,
Thanks,
we
bro.
asked
I just wanna thank
Anthony
everybody.
Simonsen about having two
bro.
games to win one. He said, I'm going to be more relaxed and more focused. I love the double elimination format for the first time in PBA Tour history as the top seed. It turns out he didn't need it. Simonsen wins the Masters. Back to wrap it up from suburban Detroit next. All right, so count with me, Randy. Youngest to win one, youngest to win 2, 3, 4, and now celebrating afterward, 5 majors. He now has the hat trick of USBC Masters, and he's looking pretty cool as well with the shades. What a great day of bowling for Simo. Kimberly joined by Michael Martell.
Thanks, Dave. Michael, let's talk about the fact that you came out here and there is no dishonor in the fact that you were walking away second at the Masters. You showed that you deserve to be here. Describe this moment for you.
There's still no words I can use for this. Being able to step up and shut out Kyle in the first match was something I never could have dreamed of doing, and I got there and I did it. Stepping up against Simo, he bowled a almost flawless game again. He's the best in the world for a reason. Didn't give me many chances, and but I'm beyond proud of myself for where I am right now.
As you should be. Congratulations on your second place finish.
So
I think, Randy, we'll see a lot more from Michael Martell in the future, but right now it's all about Simo, and we were talking to break RP a moment ago. He was set up perfectly. The way he came in, the way Sherman performed in his second match, and the way Martell performed in his second match.
Right, we saw what Kyle Sherman did in his opening match against Rash. I mean, he 10 out of 12 strikes, right? 258. And then in his second match, Kyle struggled because there was transition on that side of the lane. Kyle struggled finding a good line to the pocket. Martell's coming in fresh. That side of the lane hadn't been touched yet. What happens? Martell wins. Martell goes on to the championship match against Simonsen, and Martell runs into the same thing Kyle Sherman ran into. Transition and change. Simonsen, he did exactly what Simonsen does. He makes the right adjustments, and he struck at will.
New story at Player of the Year as well. Tackett 3 wins, Simo 2. Our coverage of the PBA Tour continues with the Guaranteed Rate World Series of Bowling from Bolero, Wauwatosa in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. 6 days of coverage starts with the USA versus the World on Saturday, April 15th, here on Fox at 2:30 Eastern. What a day of bowling for Anthony Simonsen. Wins another Masters here in Allen Park, Michigan. Now for Randy Peterson, the entire crew, and Kimberly Pressler, it's Dave Ryan saying so long from suburban Detroit. You've been watching the PBA on Fox. Anthony Simonsen has 5 major champions. Anthony Simonsen has 3 Masters championships. He's done it again. The man of the moment is the sensational two-hander, Anthony Simonsen.